No. Come on, where is it?
Dave, it's your Idaho Central app here. Any chance you're missing a debit card? Let's get that taken care of for you. With ICCU's card control, you can turn any card off with the tap of your finger.
You've got it.
And back on again. Out, 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 out. The closest Idaho Central Credit Union branch is in your pocket.
Howdy.
Dude, let's go.
This is Bronco Nation News Live. The best interviews, the most informed opinions, the latest breaking news, all from the top Boise State insiders. Bronco Nation News Live from BroncoNationNews.com is presented by RowPaint.com, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics. All Bronco Nation news broadcasts come from the Western Collective Studios. Head down to Western Collective's locations in Garden City or downtown Boise to try some of their delicious beers, including the Horseshoe Golden Ale, the first beer to support an NIL collective. Now, here's four-time NSMA Idaho Sports Writer of the Year, BJ Rains, with another edition of Bronco Nation News Live.
Oh, Bronco Nation, happy Friday. How we doing? Welcome on into a live edition of Bronco Nation News Live here at BroncoNationNews.com. Our man Jay Tust of Bronco Studios is going to be along with us here shortly. Big day for BNN. We got Texas State going to the Pac-12. We'll discuss that. We're going to talk about the backup quarterback situation for the Broncos, and if Maddux Madsen were to miss time, can the Broncos still win with what they have behind him and that depth at quarterback? Does that concern you at all? That's our countdown question today. Tyson Degenhart, he is a NBA player with the Toronto Raptors, signing a contract. He's going to play in Summer League with the Raptors, have a chance to play on their G League team if he doesn't make the roster. Tyson Degenhart will join us on the show as well. And yes, we will make what I would call a major announcement on the future of Bronco Nation News. So we got some big news to share with you. We'll do that a little bit later in the show. But appreciate all of you for joining us today. It's going to be a lot of fun, exciting news happening for Bronco Nation News, and it's going to be worth the wait for you guys to wait today. And you can get the guests coming in if you'd like. I like Chad starting it off. Special announcement: Johnny now has a lifetime Taco Bell sponsorship. I wish that were the case. That is not part of the news that we'll be sharing here in a little bit. I know Tyree is locked in here. Welcome to you as always, Tyree. D-Ray saying, let's roll. And Jordan says, love our BNN. I missed your first comment, Jordan. You must have deleted it. So he says, totally kidding. But BNN hired by Jay Tust. No, Jay Tust is with Bronco Studios. I can tell you that I am not going to work for Boise State. So that is not the big news here. So RJ Keene saying this better be big. I mean, the news was going to be the RJ Keene show first episode next week. That was going to be the big announcement, but I guess maybe we should announce something else since Keene is now watching. But yeah, RJ, always appreciate you watching, man. But yeah, we're gonna make you wait just a little bit for the big announcement. So hopefully you'll enjoy the show today. We got a lot to get to, as I said, but we will before we get out of here make a major announcement on Bronco Nation News. But the big news of the day as we get ready for Jay Tust to join us, we're starting a little early today because we do have the big announcement coming up, and then we've got to get to some things and get off in a reasonable time here. So we are starting the show a little bit early. If you guys are watching us live, we appreciate you for tuning in early. If you're watching this on delay, thank you for watching as well. Tyree has generally no idea what the news could be. That's good. That's good. I've seen a little speculation out there, whatever, but BNN, a Pac-12 media member. No, that's I guess we will be a Pac-12 media member, but we're not partnering with Pac-12. No. So, but that is the news of the day. Before we get to our announcement, the initial news of the day is the Pac-12 officially offering a spot to Texas State. And it sounds like from John Canzano's reporting, I feel a little better about this. John Canzano is saying in his reporting that it sounds like it may be at less than a full share for Texas State. So if they were able to get Texas State at a smaller media rights share to start out with, and then I think it said it was going to increase up towards 2031 and then eventually give them a full share. But maybe Texas State was so desperate to get in the Pac-12 that they took less money, and that gives Boise State, the Pac-12, these other teams more money to try and go get another school, maybe sweeten the pot with travel expenses for a Memphis or for somebody else. We'll have to see. And that is not official. We don't know what the numbers are. But John Canzano is reporting that Texas State could be added at less than a full share. So BSU Bill saying less than a full share would be huge. And yes, that does change my opinion a little bit on Texas State if you're able to get them at less than a full share. So Texas State, they have officially, as of late last night, been offered a deal to the Pac-12. And it sounds like they have or I know because it's public, they have a special session. I don't know if it's the Board of Regents or State Board or what they call it down there in Texas, but there is a special meeting at Texas State set for Monday where they will approve are set to approve the $5 million exit fee to leave and join the Pac-12. So none of this will be stamped and official till Monday. But multiple reports and sources out there all over ESPN, Yahoo, everywhere that the Pac-12 now has offered Texas State a spot in their conference. Why do I keep saying Mountain West? I think they did offer the Mountain West a spot back in like September, and they said no thanks. But Pac-12 now gets into Texas and now gets an 8th member, and we will wait for a word on the financial terms. But John Canzano from the Bald Face Truth saying that it may be at less than 100% share, which would be massive, probably if they were able to pull that off for Boise State and the rest of the teams in this conference. If you can get Texas State at less than a full share, I mean, you only have so much money in the pot, and if that extra $3 or $4 million allows you to give $3 or $4 million to Memphis or someone to pay for travel expenses, that could be a big deal. So Jordan says very interested in taking the first trip to San Marcos. Me, I've been one that have kind of bagged on Texas State a little bit. I've made it pretty well known and clear that I'm not super thrilled, excited, given some of the other options that have Texas State. But if you're able to get Texas State at less than a full share and they were willing to come in at less money than the rest of the teams, and that allows you to do something else with that extra money, then my tone changes a little bit. And I'd be okay with a Texas State at less than a full share if it's what helps lead to UNLV or Memphis or somebody else still joining this conference. So for now, we'll wait and see on the financials. But I think it's not a terrible situation given the reports that it might be at less than a full share, but we will find out, I guess, in the near future. But again, Texas State, we've been talking about it all week, the last couple of weeks, officially, according to sources and ESPN, Yahoo, all the sources and reports out there, offered a spot in the Pac-12, and they are expected to officially sign off on that and accept it on Monday. And we'll wait for the financial terms and see what it means. But Boise State now gets in the state of Texas, which we heard Brad Bedell say is big for recruiting. And obviously that's a big deal. And we'll see kind of, as they say, what's next and where they go from here. It's a nice 8th team, but I don't think you can stop there. You have to keep going. And if less than a full share helps them do something else, I'm super excited about that. So Texas State to the Pac-12. And we're having fun here on a ICCU Friday. Make sure you hit up Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com, all your banking needs. Fitting that we're going to have Tyson Degenhart on today, and it's an ICCU Friday, given their relationship. But Idaho Central Credit Union, make sure you are checking them out at ICCU.com, and they're our Friday show sponsor here. And, of course, our title sponsor, Andy Rowe and RowePaint.com. He did joke on Twitter last night that the big announcement is that we're swapping for a period of time. I'm going to go, paint houses and sell paint and painting projects, and he's going to come host BNN. And so that would be kind of fun for both of us probably. But thankfully for the folks that I'd be going to paint their house, that's not the case. But Andy Rowe, great dude, great friend, and excited for where he's taken Rowe Painting and to have him continuing on board here with BNN moving forward as our title sponsor. But make sure you hit up RowePaint.com. All their painting needs, tremendous stuff. The concrete coatings, interior, exterior painting. Our title sponsor of Andy Rowe and RowePaint.com has been a tremendous partner and friend of ours for a long time, and excited that is continuing. But again, we're going to talk about the backup quarterback situation, Maddux Madsen. If he were to get hurt, how do you feel about that? Tyson Degenhart is going to join us. And yes, a big announcement on the future of Bronco Nation News coming up a little bit later as well. So a ton to get to. We're having fun on a Friday. Jay Tust going to join us shortly. We're back in 30 seconds here on Bronco Nation News.
Bronco Nation News is presented by our title sponsor, RowePaint.com. Our major sponsors, Idaho Central Credit Union, Taco Bell, Lithia Ford, the Blue and Orange Store, Jackson's, and our contributing sponsors, Signature Roofing, Western Collective, Snake River Pool and Spa, Transportation Compliance Service, Boucher Real Estate, Ridley's Family Markets, Circa Las Vegas, Lean Feast, and Timberstone Golf Course.
Back here on a ICCU Friday edition at Bronco Nation News Live. I hope I'm getting the occasional thing lately on some of these shows that the signal is not great strength. I don't know if that's a streaming problem on their end or my Wi-Fi or what, but hopefully we're coming in crystal clear and you can see me okay throughout the shows, and apologize for any buffering or things that happen with that. But Texas State to the Pac-12 is the news of the day. We'll have more news for BNN coming up shortly, but we're continuing our countdown to camp series today, and we don't want to neglect that series. Nathan Carroll doing a tremendous job writing 25 articles, 25 topics, questions, discussion points on the Boise State football team heading into the 2025 season. And we're going to have number one be the day before Mountain West Media Days down in Las Vegas. So we'll get to number one that day. But today's topic, the question mark, is on Maddux Madsen. And if he were to get hurt, how confident are you in the backup quarterbacks to be able to, get the job done for Boise State? And for that, we welcome in Bronco Studios for the first time on location here in the Hall of Fame. It looks like, I guess they just gave him the whole Hall of Fame for his office. Mm-hmm. The great Jay Tust joining us here on a Friday. Jay, you look way too official there at Boise State, but how are we doing?
I'm good, man. How are you doing today?
Doing great, man. Doing great.
Yeah.
You're not officially – is that your new office for now?
Something like that, yeah. I got locked out of my office on day 5, so I got to make sure I still work here, I guess, just to make sure that's the case. But I figure this isn't a bad place to set up shop for now. So
yeah, all good. Yeah. Still looking for where's the Boise State polo they gave you? Come on, Jay.
Gear. I'm not gonna lie. It's the athletic department and Dale Holste absolutely hooked me up. So I will say this. I am a backpack official. So
there we go.
That's
when are we going to be X official, dude? You got to change that Twitter handle.
Yeah, I don't know why X makes it so hard to change a handle, but like I tried to update my email address and all this stuff, and now I've been put on like a 48-hour hold or 72-hour hold, or I don't know, it's like an approval window. So I'm getting there. I don't know why. I don't know why it's so difficult, but
we all remember. Well, don't get locked out of your account again. Like
that's the scariest thing, because that's the last thing I want to happen is to try to log in too many times, and then all of a sudden I lose access to it for 3 months. So I'm trying not to do that.
Well, I thought it was like kind of casual Friday. I figured we'd see you in a BSU polo or something today over there, but
That's not casual Friday. That's Monday through Friday around here.
He looks great. He looks like Spencer's brother, Surf City Bill says.
I don't know about that, but I'll tell you.
Jay out here looking like Tom Hardy. Robert saying Jay Tust looking stoked. Chad said could have sworn they didn't allow guns on campus.
Chad. That's my guy, Chad.
Oh, that's fun.
We're off and rolling.
15 minutes here, Jay. We got Tyson Degenhart coming on at 9:15.
Big news for Tice. Big news for Tice.
At 9:30, but that was pretty cool news for before we get back to the football topic. Tyson Degenhart, the Toronto Raptors. He gets a what's called an Exhibit 10 contract, so he gets to play on the summer league team for the Raptors, and then essentially, if he doesn't get asked to go to training camp, it sounds like he gets a spot on the G League roster for the Raptors. So a good opportunity for Tyson Degenhart to start his pro career here in the States.
Yeah, I mean, you know this as well as anybody, BJ. Like, you just wanted that kid to get an opportunity. And I fully believe it's going to take care of itself from there. Like, he's such a good kid, such a good human. He's an incredible basketball player. And it's just so funny because, you know, I think you really look at the NBA draft as a whole, BJ, and you look at some of these guys that were like, they were winners. They were really good college basketball players. They led their teams to the Sweet 16 and all this stuff. And like Mark Spears for Bama. I mean, there are so many. Yep. Caleb Love for Arizona, Tyson Degenhart for Boise State, all these guys with incredibly good, successful college careers, and they go undrafted. So I'm just excited for Tyson to get that opportunity, and I have full confidence that he's going to take care of it, and obviously excited to hear from him coming up in about 10 minutes or so.
That was crazy because I know a lot of people are kind of bummed he didn't get drafted. And how could Tyson Degenhart not get drafted? And you look at the list of players that didn't get drafted. I mean, you mentioned all those guys. I mean, Hunter Dickinson, an All-American, first-team All-American, whatever it was. I mean, guys like that. I mean, you could have some pretty darn good, all-star type teams of players that did not get drafted on the list.
I heard that. I refrained from tweeting this out of respect for my good friend BJ Rains, and who's a great Jayhawk basketball fan. But they said that Hunter Dickinson signed a 2-way contract, and we know that that definitely is talking about his contract, not necessarily his style of play, because defense is optional with Hunter. So
you're not poking anything at me. I would have had no problem with that. He was an offensive player.
Easy, BSU Bill. Buzo, yes.
Yeah, he got to go to there. But one cool thing about this, and we're going to talk to Tyson in 10 minutes, is the Summer League got pushed back a little this year in Vegas. So the Vegas Summer League, where Tyson will be, is smack dab in the middle of Mountain West Media Days. So hoping that we can go over and see a game, whether we cover it or just go have a beer and sit in the stands and watch. I've always wanted to go over to Summer League and get a chance to go over there. So that's going to be pretty cool for him as well. But Jay, we're talking backup quarterback today. And the question is, basically if Maddux Madsen were to go down, do you have any confidence that this team can still win games? And I know it's been a big storyline we've talked about. We all, at least myself, really expected them to address this somehow, some way in the transfer portal, JUCO, somebody. And we talked about it, but just nobody really, it's not an attractive position for someone to come in knowing they're going to be the backup to a Maddux Madsen. They were not able to get anybody else. And you now have two guys with, very limited experience, in some cases, no experience, coming in potentially as the backups here. If he were to go down, what would just big picture backup quarterback position and your confidence level in those guys. If something were to happen to Maddux, what's your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, kind of my cop-out answer to this, BJ, is how many programs out there feel, super confident if their backup or if their starting quarterback goes down. Probably not a ton, but I will say this is one of those cases where you're going to be really grasping for straws every single week on what you can put together in terms of a game plan and trying to find success. And, I think that if that were to happen, you definitely shift more towards a run-oriented team, even more so than maybe if Maddux was there. So Maddux stayed healthy last year. Obviously had an injury the year before, but you talk about important players on this team. Maddux has tremendous value to this team, both as a leader, as a person, his production. it just seems like there's a pretty big gap right now between what you know out of QB1 versus what you know out of QB2 or 3 and beyond.
And I guess what you're saying about, I mean, if it is one kind of saving grace is this team is built to run the football. And so you wouldn't need one of these guys to come in and sling it around 30 times a game. But, you know, with that said, you have one guy in Annette who has never attempted a pass in a game, and another guy, Max Cutforth, who is 2 for 2 for 13 yards against Portland State last year in his career. And, you know, Nathan points out in his article, Madsen had thrown just 11 passes when he came in for Talon Green against UCF in 2023. So the unknown, you know, certainly we're using it against them, but sometimes the unknown isn't necessarily a negative from that standpoint. So, but yeah, in the past couple of years, you had, you know, a Madsen waiting behind Green. You had a Malachi Nelson that you at least were excited about waiting behind Madsen. And, you know, I'm sure it's happened, Jay, but I you know, to have the next, you know, 2 and 3 on your depth chart, have 2 combined college passes for Boise State. I would have to guess it's been, and again, maybe it was 3 years ago, but that can't happen very often at Boise State, where you're in this situation where the backup quarterback has literally no experience going into the season.
Yeah. It's funny because I feel like it wasn't that long ago that you really got excited about some of the development going on in your QB room. I mean, you know, we've been here long enough, BJ, for, you know, when Grant Hedrick took over, and it was like, man, Grant hadn't had a ton of game experience, but he'd been, you know, preparing and ready to go. And people were excited when he got the opportunity to take over. And I just feel like there used to be a day and age where you got excited about that next guy in line and like, yeah, he's not playing now, but when it's his turn, he's going to be awesome. And I think the current culture of, you know, college football, especially with the transfer portal, is there's just not that I think there's certainly a premium at Boise State on player development, but I just think that it's just the perspective on it is just different than what it once was, because whenever one starter leaves, you hope to get another guy with experience and plug them in. And that's why I look at some schools that, you know, like, you know, you look at even like a school like Oregon, right? Like, it's been a little while since they developed a high school QB. They often go in, and whether it be Dylan Gabriel or even the new guy's young, but he's a transfer from UCLA, right? Like, you go and you try to find that guy that has some experience. I mean, I'm pretty sure Dante Moore played at UCLA. So you go to try to find that guy that's already played and has experience, and you don't have to worry about, you know, trying to figure out a kid right out of high school. But in this case, that's what Boise State has to do, and that's what they're trying to do. And, you know, we get to see what these guys are going to be made of this fall camp. But I mean, you talk about important summers, BJ. That QB room behind Maddux Madsen, and especially Maddux Madsen, a big summer for those guys.
Caleb Annett, you know, he was a guy that was a 3-star recruit, Jay, 99th ranked quarterback in the class of 2024. But his only other reported D1 offer at the time was Princeton. And then you have, obviously, you know, Max Cutforth, the former walk-on local kid, Skyview High School in Nampa. Mm-hmm. I know they were kind of going back and forth, but what do you see in terms of the pecking order and who actually is going to be QB2 here?
Man, I just think that those offers, again, I just think they carry different meaning and perspective. And it'd be great if, you know, we had a local, you know, media outlet that really wanted to hammer recruiting or something like that. But, you know, that would be cool, I think. And if you look at those offers and stuff like that, and again, like I almost say it like, so instead of some of these Power 5 schools 10 years ago filling out their recruiting class with high school quarterbacks, now they hit the transfer portal. And all of a sudden, a guy like Caleb Annett, who, you know, probably has more different offers or whatever coming out of high school, those all of a sudden change because, again, some of those other schools are no longer interested in high school quarterbacks. They're going to the transfer portal. And so, yeah, I understand, like, you look at some of these guys, only had a Princeton offer for one of them. But I don't know. You just interpret it differently these days. Let me ask you this. How many people offered Ashton Genty coming out of high school? And then all of a sudden they saw what he could do, and then every school in America was ready to offer him. So, you know, I just think it's different perspective these days.
If only Ashton Genty would have taken that Kansas offer.
If only. Did he have a Kansas offer coming out of high school?
He wouldn't have got second. Huh?
Did he have a Kansas offer coming out of high school?
He did, yeah. I think so.
Wow. I'm so impressed by that kid. Like, it just shows head on his shoulders, can make good decisions. I mean, you learn something new about him every day.
Andrew Simpson was committed to Kansas at one point.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm my guys mixed up, but I'm pretty sure that Kansas may have had one for
I think you're right on that.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
So to wrap it up, Jay, I mean, this whole picture, like, you're now in the Hall of Fame. You're in the building. You're looking at the Blues, so you have to answer this question a little differently now that you're on the Boise State payroll here, I'm sure. But Maddux Madsen is obviously the clear starter, but I mean, they're putting a lot on him to stay healthy this year, and with the way he has had success with his legs too, running the ball, like that's just going to be a big storyline this year, is him staying healthy, and what happens if he's not.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't have to answer that question very different. I think that I think we're all on the same page here, man. Like, you can have confidence in the guys in that QB room, but they ultimately have to go out and prove it. And so somebody has to give this coaching staff that ability. If something goes wrong, they trust them. And I go back, BJ, and it was such like a weird time, the COVID season, right? And all of a sudden, you got Andy Peters, a true freshman walk-on from Timberline, playing in a college football game, right? And who was it before him, BJ? He transferred to BYU.
Jake Constantine?
No, not Jake. It wasn't Jake. He actually played a little bit at BYU, I want to say.
Somebody says it in the chat. I'm going to know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Cade Finnick.
There it is. Thank you. Yes. Boy, Derek. Thanks for coming to our rescue on this fine Friday morning here in Boise, Idaho.
Johnny waits till somebody else puts it, then puts it himself and acts like he had it. I mean, that's –
You know what? I would love to tease Johnny about that. You know that. But Johnny, if you asked him who the backup quarterback on the 86 Raiders was, he'd probably know. So I'm going to give Johnny that one. I'm just going to give him that one. But either way, you looked at that situation, right, BJ? And I remember after that press conference or after that game, and Brian Harsin kind of commenting on it and saying, hey, maybe some guys didn't understand the sense of urgency they needed to prepare with and get going with, right? And so that QB room needs to feel that sense of urgency today, so that if something does go wrong, the coaching staff can trust them this fall.
Well, Jay, appreciate you for hopping on there. Hope you get your office back here. Enjoy the new job there, and glad to see that you're kind of getting situated a little bit. We got Tyson Degenhart waiting on the wings, and then we got a big announcement to make for BNN as well. So appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day and your weekend, and we'll talk to you next week, man.
Yeah, I'm not going to spill the beans, but I do know a little bit about the announcement, and I just wanted to say proud of you and congratulations, buddy, and looking forward to the future.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon, man.
All right.
There he is, Jay Tust. Almost said sports director at KTV yet again. I'm going to get past that. Broncos Studios does a tremendous job. Looking forward to what they have going. And I've heard some of the details from talking to some folks over there. They got some great stuff planned. It's going to be awesome, and excited for what Jay has going on over there at Broncos Studios. I know you guys are excited and ready for this announcement, but we are going to get to an interview here first with Tyson Degenhart, and then we'll get to our announcement. Tyson Degenhart signing an NBA contract with the Toronto Raptors. Big news last night for Boise State basketball, and it was the only time Tyson could make it work to come on the show. So we have not given the big announcement yet. It is coming here in about 15 minutes after we talk to Tyson. But first, I do want to thank a couple of our great sponsors, and that includes roepaint.com, our title sponsor, roepaint.com. All your painting needs, whether it's concrete coatings, interior, exterior painting, make sure you hit up our title sponsor, Andy Rowe, and our friends at roepaint.com. Hey, Taco Bell, TacoBellWorks.com, the SON Management Group, the Nicolason family, we appreciate them for their support of Bronco Nation News. If you're looking for a job, you can do that at Taco Bell. They are hiring. The food is also tremendous, whether it's those cheesy roll-ups. My kids just love the basic good old cheesy roll-ups, the chicken quesadillas. They got the nacho fries, so many great options there, and you can head out there this weekend. I'm sure we'll be going there with the baseball tournaments going on. Our kids love Taco Bell, and you can as well. Check them out. Get more information. The SN Management Group, the Nicolason family at TacoBellWorks.com. Mention it's an ICCU Friday here. Fitting that we get Tyson Degenhart's picture up there one more time. He's about to join us here, and ICCU.com. Appreciate them and their continued support of BNN. Idaho Central Credit Union. There's a branch pretty much on every corner, but the easiest is that mobile e-branch online banking right there in your smartphone. Check them out. Idaho Central Credit Union online at ICCU.com. Hey, if you want to head out to Snake River Pool and Spa, you should do that. Snake River Pool and Spa, thespateam.com, locations in Twin Falls, Boise, Meridian, Nampa. They've been around since 1978. They're part of the Boise State home team, whether it's a sauna, whether it's a spa, whether it's a pool table. They got you covered. Check them out online at thespateam.com. You can view their full inventory and options. And again, I love that Meridian location. Their main headquarters is there in Boise. But Snake River Pool and Spa, they're supporting Boise State, and you can return the favor at thespateam.com. Hey, good weekend to head out as the weather warms up to Roaring Springs. And you can do that at Jackson's or Extra Mile by Jackson's by getting 2 Coca-Cola products and getting $8 savings. You can then take the coupon out to Roaring Springs. You can use it up to 4 times. That's $32 in savings at Roaring Springs from our friends at Jackson's and Extra Mile. That's right. Just going to Jackson's, Extra Mile, purchase 2 Coca-Cola products, get your voucher, take it to Roaring Springs, and you get $32 off your tickets at Roaring Springs and from our friends at Jackson's and Extra Mile. And hey, the Blue and Orange Store, theblueandorangestore.com. You can check them out online at theblueandorangestore.com. You can go right there now and see all their great deals and things that they have. The Blue and Orange Store, theblueandorangestore.com is a great spot to go. And whether it's your Boise State gear, your coach's sideline apparel, all that good stuff, they got you covered. The Blue and Orange Store, they're now the official in-venue provider of Boise State gear as well. So you can do that and get all your Boise State gear. And that clearance rack at the Boise Town Square Mall is the best value in town. So appreciate Travis Hawks and company, and make sure you hit up the Blue and Orange Store online at theblueandorangestore.com. All right, back here on Bronco Nation News. We've been talking about it. Cool news last night. Tyson Degenhart signing an NBA contract. Pretty cool. He joins us now to talk to us about it. And one more time, we threw the ICCU logo there on the screen for you, Tyson. But good to see you, man. Congratulations. How we doing?
Thank you. It's been a whirlwind of the last probably 24 hours, just kind of waiting to see what would happen. And I'm very, very happy to be part of the Raptors organization. And I can't wait for what's to come.
Now, an Exhibit 10 contract, the Toronto Raptors. Before we kind of dive into the process and how this went down, what just in layman's terms for fans wondering what exactly this means, what's the type of contract you signed? Where are you headed?
It's a G League contract, so I'll play summer league with the Raptors, and then Exhibit 10 just means it's a bonus on top of the G League salary, and I get a chance to work for a spot at training camp. So it's a very good opportunity for me. I really want to see what I can do here in the States, and I'm excited for what's to come.
So for some reason, if all else fails and the actual Raptors, don't decide to bring you to training camp or don't put you on their roster, this kind of basically gives you a spot on the Raptors G League team, if nothing else?
I believe so, from what I've been told, yes.
Okay. What was it about them, I guess? I mean, did you have other teams call in? Take us through what it was like last night. The draft's going on, second round. Were you hoping to get drafted? Did you think your name might get called? What was it like kind of watching the draft last night?
It was a long couple hours because it felt like forever between those picks. But I've been in constant talk with my agent, and he did a great job throughout this whole thing. We didn't really think there was much of a chance to get drafted with the teams I worked out for, and just kind of interest between teams and me. And then, right about the end of the draft, he said it's down to 3 teams, with Toronto being one of them. And then he called me later, about 20 minutes later, saying, "Hey, you got an Exhibit 10 with the Raptors." So I'm going to take that, and I'm very excited for that. So a really good workout with the Raptors, and just really enjoyed Toronto as a city. So I can't wait for what's to come.
Yeah, tell us about that, because I had actually talked to Leon, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and he kind of said, hey, keep an eye on the Raptors. It seemed like they were a team that you felt pretty good about.
Yeah, I think it was one of my better workouts there. I had a good interview with them in Portsmouth. I had a good connection with their G League GM, Luke Wynn. And I'm very thankful he gave me an opportunity, and I can't wait to make the most of it.
So what's that like when your agent calls me? Was it much of a decision for you, or you just said, find me the best deal, and he just said, I got you a deal, it's with Toronto? Or what's it like when you said there was multiple teams and kind of sweating that out there at the end?
There were kind of talks about an Exhibit 10 with another team, but if there's an Exhibit 10 there, you got to take it. Obviously, you could have taken a summer league spot and seen what that taking you, but I like the security of an E10, and I really like the Raptors organization, so it was a win-win for me.
You look a little thinner in the face there. I don't know what your weight. What's your once you got done and started your training and your workouts and everything. What's the last couple months been like for you in terms of transforming your body and at these workouts and stuff? What were you trying to show in terms of your versatility and your game?
Yeah, so after the season, I went to the Portsmouth Invitational in mid-April over in Portsmouth, Virginia. Got a chance to interview with some NBA teams over there, play with there's 64 graduating seniors. I got to play 3 games over there. It was a great experience, and then from there had 8 NBA workouts with different teams, and they were all great opportunities. I really enjoyed it, and for me, it was all about just showing who I am as a person. Also showing what I'm doing on the floor, being a better defender, shooting the ball well, just, making winning plays, doing the little intangible things as well. So, and the other thing was just getting in shape. So that's probably why I look a little thinner as well. A lot more conditioning, just making sure I'm trying to be in the best shape possible going forward.
Tyson Degenhart, our guest here on Bronco Nation News. First time in a while, probably last time for a while, but not the last time forever here, of course, as we continue to follow Tyson and his journey there in the NBA. And Tyson, as he said, I mean, in terms of what the Raptors are getting in you as a player, what do you hope to show them this summer? What kind of player do you want to show them that you can be in terms of trying to not just be satisfied with that G League spot and try to push for training camp and a spot on the NBA roster here?
For me, I just want to be a star in my role. I know that's something Coach Rice preaches on a day-to-day. Whatever role that is on the team, just to try to be the best version of myself, and that role will expand over time, but just try to, do what I can do and do it to the best of my ability.
What do you think in terms of your game translates to the NBA, and what do you, in terms of on the court stuff? I know you want to star in your role, but what role do you see as your best chance of trying to stick here and have a long, professional career?
Yeah, be a guy who can space the floor, knock down threes. I know that's a big part of the NBA game with the analytics and understanding that, and just be a connector on offense, with setting good screens, just moving the ball, just making the right plays, doing all things I know I can do. So just got to make sure I'm doing it at the highest level.
What's this mean to you, man? Just what's the feeling like knowing you're a Toronto Raptor, or I don't know what the official wording is in terms of this summer league roster and stuff like that. But I mean, you've obviously worked your whole life for this opportunity, and I'm sure you would have liked to have heard your name called in the draft. But I know sometimes it's better to not get drafted and pick your spot and try to find a spot where you can maybe have a better chance of making the roster. But just to be going to the summer league and being a chance to have an NBA career here, what's this mean to you?
It means the world. It's something I've dreamt about since I was a little kid, and to realize how close I am. I know there's a lot of work ahead of me, but it's very fulfilling to have signed with an NBA team, and I know the work is just starting, and I'm going to go chase my dreams and give it everything I have.
I haven't looked at their summer league roster. I don't know if you have either, but do you know anybody else down there, either on the current NBA team or on the summer league roster?
I don't know when summer league rosters are going to be announced, but I'm sure it'll be here in the next couple days or so. I know summer league starts July 10th, so sometime between now and then, the roster will be announced, and I'm sure it'll be posted, on social media somewhere.
You mentioned obviously the Portsmouth and getting a chance to kind of show your stuff there, but now in summer league, it'll be the best of the best in terms of all these draft picks and guys fighting for roster spots. I mean, what's it going to be like going down there and I don't know if it's pressure, but just having to up your game and prove your worthiness here with some of the best players, that are all fighting for spots as well.
Yeah, it's going to be, it's the first time having it more of on the business side, just everyone trying to fight for roster spots and different things like that. So, you got to bring your best every day. I know not every day is going to be your best, but you got to give it your 100% effort each and every day, and that'll take you far. So I know the margin's a little bit thinner than it is in college, and you just got to keep, steadily improving yourself day by day.
I know we were talking off air last night that it sounds like it's going to overlap a little bit with, Mountain West Media Days maybe. So maybe we can get some of the Boise media over there to cover a game, or at least have a cold one in the stands and root for you. But what is the plan in terms of when you head down? Do you go to practice anywhere? I know it's all still kind of happening pretty quick here for you, but what do you understand in terms of is ahead for you?
I believe we're doing a little training camp in Vegas beforehand. So we'll figure out the day, the next little bit, and then just flow right into summer league. So I know there's some other teams that are going to do the Salt Lake Summer League and then the San Francisco Summer League, but the Raptors are not doing that. So, and there's no traveling to Toronto for training camp. We're just going to do it all in Vegas. So it makes the travel a little bit easier for me.
Hey, a town you're familiar with, where you played your last college game down there in Las Vegas, 2,037 career points. Now that you've had the last, 2 months or whatever to kind of reflect, and I know you're moving on to your professional career, but what can you say to, the fans here watching in Boise, and just when you kind of reflect back 2 months later on your career and you get to become the all-time leading scorer, you surpassed 2,000 points there in the Crown tournament, looking back, with a little bit of time now to kind of reflect, what comes to mind here?
Yeah, just incredibly grateful for the opportunity to represent this university for the last 4 years, and I'm grateful for the coaching staff that believed in me from the jump and gave me an opportunity as a freshman, and for the fans and everyone supporting the program. It's going to continue to go to new heights. I know it's unfortunate that wasn't able to get that first tournament win, but that first tournament win's on the horizon, and once the dam breaks, you're going to have lots more tournament wins in the future. So I'm just incredibly grateful for this Boise community, and hopefully a place I call home in the future.
You take some pride too, knowing that you're not physically going to be wearing that Boise State logo on your uniform anymore, but obviously you still get the opportunity to represent the program at the next level. And I know there's a lot of guys playing pro ball overseas and things, but in terms of the NBA, I know they had Chandler Hutchison, obviously, but just to have a chance here, I know Cam Martin's obviously playing on the G League and doing some things, and there's some other guys that are fighting, but for you, just to continue to represent Boise State and have them say Tyson Degenhart out of Boise State whenever they talk about you on TV or wherever. I mean, what's that going to mean to you to try to continue representing and showing, obviously the kind of quality of basketball players that come out of Boise?
It means the world, knowing how much Boise State means to me, and to get to show it on a global or on a national stage like that means the world. And I'm really, really excited to continue to put Boise State on the map and put it in good light.
Now, the biggest question is I need to know about not your jump shot, but what's Jelly Roll's jump shot like?
It didn't look bad from what I saw. I only got to see him shoot a free throw. It looked pretty good. It seems like they've been playing a lot from what he said. So the jumper actually looked pretty good. So kind of give him some credit.
I saw you in the picture. I don't know what was that like. I guess kind of a spur of the moment thing. You're working out with the guys or whatever, or doing your workout, and then Jelly Roll comes into the gym on the day of the concert there. That had to be pretty cool for you.
Yeah, it was cool. I didn't really realize that he was going to take the court. So we got done, and they're like, yeah, Jelly Roll's going to come play on. Got to meet him, and he gave us some words of wisdom. So it was great just to get to meet him. He's such a great guy and down to earth. And I didn't go to the concert, but from everyone I've talked to, it was just an incredible experience.
And I know I got the jokes about having the ICCU logo on the screen there, but for you, all the businesses like ICCU and Pastry Perfection and all the various Timberstone and all the deals that you had, I know I'm leaving some out, but just your career's over now, you're moving on, but I know you're always going to have a connection to this community because of the businesses that took care of you and did what they could, in Boise while you were here. And what just as you reflect back on that part of this and the friendships you made and the business owners and the community deals you had and things like that, I know you're ending those deals and moving on, but I know that companies like ICCU will always be a big part of this journey for helping you get here.
Absolutely. It was just an incredible opportunity to get to work with some great businesses here in the Valley, and definitely some relationships I'm going to hold on to for a long, long time. And hoping to, when I come back here, and always have somewhere to hit the links or go get some donuts or, bank still. So, it's been great working with those people, and I'm very, very thankful for them to take the opportunity and work with me and take a chance. And I'm just hoping I help them with their business side of things. That's the whole thing. They help me, I help them. And ultimately at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
And now, Tyson, all the workouts are done, all the talk's done. Now you can just go be a pro basketball player and try to make this your career here. What just is the excitement level for what's ahead now?
It's very exciting knowing kind of where I'm going to be next year, and I'm very excited for the journey. I know it's not going to be easy, but I'm going to give it my all and see where it takes me. So, as if I was a little kid looking up at me. I think I'd be pretty proud of myself, and I know there's more in the tank, and I'm gonna give it everything I have.
Well, Tyson, congratulations again. Appreciate you for joining us on short notice. Best of luck down there. Stay healthy, kick some butt. And like I said, hopefully Prater, Johnny, and I, the whole crew, can get over and see you play in Vegas in a couple weeks. And excited for you, man, and appreciate your friendship and everything over the years and getting to know you and your family. And looking forward to that continuing and watching your journey here at the next level. So thanks for what you've done, for BNN and everything. And it's so long for just a while, I guess. Best of luck with everything, and we'll talk to you soon, man.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me on.
There he is, Tyson Degenhart. Big news again, him signing that deal with the Toronto Raptors. And big news for BNN coming up, a major announcement for Bronco Nation News. We will do that here in just a second, but first need to thank a couple more of our great sponsors here on BNN. And that includes Lithia Ford of Boise. Lithia Ford of Boise, inspected, dissected, corrected. When you buy a used vehicle from Lithia Ford of Boise, you know that it's going to be perfect and ready to go. They're pre-owned pride, no issues with it. Rain's family bought our F-150 from Lithia, and we could not be happier with that. I know you will as well at Lithia Ford Boise, lithiafordboise.com. Matt Bauscher and Bauscher Real Estate. Number one ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley is Matt Bauscher and Bauscher Real Estate. When you buy or sell a home with Matt, you get to meet everybody in the picture there. First class service is unmatched, and he's going to fight for every dollar on your sale or your purchase. That's Matt Bauscher, BauscherRealEstate.com. Hey, Ridley's Family Markets, shopridleys.com. 13 locations around the state of Idaho. Download that Skip app. Get savings up to 40% off at the checkout line. ShopRidleys.com. Hey, Transportation Compliance Service. You want to get into the trucking industry? Transportation Compliance Service can help you do it. TransCompService.com. Transportation Compliance Service can help you every step of the way to get into the trucking industry. Transportation Compliance Service, TransCompService.com. And our friends at Signature Roofing remind you about speakpipe.com/BNN, the website if you want to leave us a voicemail. Speakpipe.com/BNN, brought to you by Signature Roofing, covering our community for more than 2 decades. Whether it's a re-roof, a repair, an estimate, or an inspection, you can get more information online at Signature Roofing, mysignatureroofing.com. All right, what do you say? We drug it out as long as we could. I hope my signal's okay on here. Let me know if it's not. I'm getting a low signal thing on here, which would be fitting for the announcement we're about to make, I guess. But we have drug it out long enough, and appreciate the record viewership here today. But a very exciting day for Bronco Nation News. Very excited about this. I haven't gotten a chuckle out of some of the guesses and things. And before I get to the announcement, I just want to thank all of you, because what I'm about to announce would not be possible with those of you that watch the shows, those of you that comment on the shows, those of you that subscribe to BNN. None of this would be possible without all of you guys. And so I've been continuing to try to push ourselves at BNN. We've kind of pushed the envelope with some of the pre and post game shows, some of the coverage and things that we've done. I was at the newspaper 9 years and loved my time over there at the Idaho Press and the Idaho Press Tribune. And kind of got to a point where we were looking, what's next and what can I do kind of to give me that next challenge. And we decided to start BNN. And that's been great for 4 years and has worked out really great. And we've been excited, with the progress we've made. And like I said, the interest, the advertisers, the subscriptions, and all of that led to a conversation that started several months ago and has built up. And I am super excited, thankful, honored to announce that starting next Wednesday, July 2nd, Bronco Nation News is joining the 247 Sports family. BroncoNationNews.com, starting next Wednesday, July 2nd, will redirect you to the 247 Sports Boise State site. And all the great coverage that you've gotten from Bronco Nation News, you will now get along with all of the great coverage from 247 Sports as well. And I am so excited to tell you more about this. It's going to be a tremendous opportunity for Boise State coverage to increase here moving forward. If you're not familiar with 247 Sports, they do a tremendous job with their recruiting coverage. For one subscription price, you are now going to get Brandon Huffman and Greg Biggins and all the national recruiting from 247 Sports. You're going to get the message boards. They've got tremendous message boards over there. The current site is called BroncoCountry.com. And for those of you that are unfamiliar with this, I want to kind of explain this a little bit. Kevin did a tremendous job over there at Bronco Bronco Country. I have nothing but good things to say about Kevin. He built this site up the last 20 plus years to be a site that why it's even possible or interesting for me to take the phone call and want to do this. It started with Kevin. And so I want to thank Kevin for his work building this site up and allowing it to be in a position for us to kind of take it over here. And so I do wish Kevin and his crew the best of luck moving forward. That was the one part that kind of stunk about this. And the whole deal was that, I met Kevin and his crew were, had to head out when we came in. But when I started having these conversations with Joel and Pat and everybody over at 247, this was just a tremendous opportunity that I could not pass up. And I think you guys are going to be big winners in this. All the recruiting coverage, as I said, we're going to step up. All the different things. If you go to Bronco, here's how it's going to work. And I do need to get into a couple of details here, but 247 Sports has the team sites right now that is called BroncoCountry.com. If you go to BroncoCountry.com right now, that is going to be the site that we are taking over. All that is going to change is our logo is going to change into the corner, and we're going to just take over the content. All of our BNN stories will now appear. And if you go to BroncoNationNews.com starting next Wednesday, that's going to redirect you to the same site that you go to right now when you go to BroncoCountry.com. So all BroncoCountry.com does is redirect you to 247sports.com/college/Boise State. And that's going to be exactly the same when starting next Wednesday when BNN switches over. So if you're familiar with the Bronco Country site, maybe right now you want to go check it out. And I'm going to tell you why you want to go check it out right now in a second. It's going to be the exact same site. So I see a lot of people on the message boards over at Bronco Country saying, I'm going to miss this site. It's going away. Nothing is going away. The entire exact same site that you see right now on what is called Bronco Country is staying. All of the message boards are staying. Nothing is going anywhere. All that is changing is me and my team are now taking over the written articles and the content, and the name is changing. But the actual site, the actual message boards, everything you get at 247 and what is now Bronco Country is not going anywhere. It is staying exactly the same. And we just hope to kind of add and build on from where Kevin and his crew left off for us here. So a couple things here. The one downside to this is there is no way to combine the subscriptions moving forward here. So if you have a subscription right now to BroncoNationNews.com, you are going to have to resubscribe to the new deal at BroncoNationNews.com starting next Wednesday with 247 Sports. The first way we're going to do that is anyone starting right now, you can go right now to sign up at what is now called still BroncoCountry.com. You can go to BroncoCountry.com and your subscription will turn over to ours here in a couple of days and carry over. But they are offering a 75% off for the first year. And guys, that comes down to like $26. $26 gets you your first year at BroncoNationNews.com. And with that, you get a Paramount Plus subscription, which don't forget, Paramount Plus could be airing some Boise State games. They have the deal with CBS moving forward here. So a Paramount Plus subscription is like a $12 value that is included in this. That's a $12 monthly value that you're not getting for $26 for a full year. You get access to all of the message boards on the 247 Sports Network all around the country. You can only comment and reply in the Boise State message board at Bronco Nation News, but you can read all the other message boards, the Notre Dame message board, the South Florida message board, the opposing teams Boise State's going to play. You will have access to read those boards as a VIP member, and you're going to get access to all of Brandon Huffman's recruiting stories, all of Greg Biggins, all the national recruiting stories that 247 does on Boise State. That is included in your subscription. So the message boards, all of their massive recruiting coverage, and then you're adding in what you're getting at BNN with all of our coverage. It's going to be a tremendous value, and you do have to resubscribe. You can do that right now. You can sign up today, right now. Take advantage of this 75% off deal at 247 Sports. We will take over the site on Wednesday of next week, but don't wait. They're offering this deal today for folks that sign up today as part of the change. $26, I think, is what it comes out to. You get 75% off. You get a full year of coverage over at 247 Sports and BroncoNationNews.com if you sign up today and take advantage of this deal. Now, we're hoping with the discount that's going to be good enough for you. But if you do have a current subscription to Bronco Nation News, I am willing to offer you a prorated refund to what you have left on your subscription. So if you are unhappy with this deal or don't think you should have to pay more money to switch your subscription over because you just signed up in March and you paid the $50 or the $70 and you think you have more time left, if you would like a refund, I will give a prorated refund to any current subscribers that are looking to get a refund on their current deal. So I'm not trying to have some sort of cash grab here and make more money. There was literally just no way we could take your subscription to BNN and integrate it with the 247 sports platform. So you have to resubscribe. That's why we made it 75% off for today. That's why it's $26. And if you are wanting a prorated refund, please email me. Please reach out to me and we can find your subscription date, figure out how much is left, figure out what you are owed, and I will be happy to give you a prorated refund on what is left of your Bronco Nation News deal if that is important to you. So please email me. I'm happy to do that. I want everybody feeling okay about this, and I'm not trying to, like I said, do any kind of cash grab or get any extra money or screw people that had a subscription that has, a lot of months left. But there was no way we could combine the subscriptions. We're giving you the 75% off. I think that should be good enough. But if not, I'll prorate you a refund. Send me an email at bronconationnews.com. But again, when you factor all this together, what you were already paying for a Bronco Nation News subscription, and now you add in the Paramount Plus subscription, now you add in the recruiting coverage that you're getting from 247 Sports, as well as the message boards, which are just going to be an awesome place. And I hope all of you will migrate over to the Bronco Country message boards, which again will become the Bronco Nation News message boards on Wednesday. And I hope that you guys will take advantage of that and join that community. And there's some great people over there, and get the discussions going. I want this to be, a situation where everybody's happy and it's a great community and it's going to be awesome over there. A couple of questions coming in. I have subscriptions to both. The balance does not transfer. Again, I'm not sure how else to say this. I apologize. The technology just does not mesh, but nothing from your BNN subscription will carry over to your 247 subscription. If you already have a 247 subscription, send me an email. We will cancel your Bronco Nation News subscription and I will refund you the prorated of what is left on your BNN deal. But if you already have the 247 Sports Bronco Country membership, then you are good to go and you are set. Texas Bronco asking a similar question. It renews in July. No. Unfortunately, right now, you need to resubscribe. Do it today while you get the discount. This is actually going to save you a lot of money. Sign up for a new subscription today to 247 Sports at broncocountry.com. Just go to broncocountry.com. That's the easiest way to tell you how to do it, or it's 247sports.com/college/Boise State, I believe. But you're going to have to resubscribe today for the $26 or sign up for a new subscription there, and then I will refund you. I will refund you if you email me what's left on the last month of your subscription, Texas Bronco, before it goes. So Ben says signing up as we speak. It should be easy. I really appreciate you guys for doing this. Now, with this comes some more announcements here. Mike Prater is staying on. He will continue to write columns for the new site. And Mike Prater is even going to be in the message boards. Mike Prater has agreed to kind of have some comments and discussions in the VIP message boards. So if you sign up for a subscription today for $26, you're going to get Mike Prater interacting with you in the message boards. Nathan Carroll, he is continuing on to give his analysis, his pro football focus numbers, his game recaps and film study breakdowns, snap counts, all of the nitty-gritty data that he is super good at in his analysis. Nathan Carroll is staying on, and that'll be available for subscribers at Bronco Nation News. I am also pleased to announce that Chris Van Sickle, he has been doing a tremendous job for various outlets, even at one point wrote for Bronco Country and 247. Chris Van Sickle, we have hired him to cover recruiting for Boise State football. So as part of your subscription, you are now going to get access to VIP articles and updates from Chris on Bronco football, basketball, all that good stuff. So Chris Van Sickle has now been added to the Bronco Nation News team, and he is going to be covering recruiting better than anybody. Neither newspaper, nobody around town really covers recruiting much very more, and we are going to dive all in, talking to all the commits, talking to guys on their visits, keeping you guys up to date, and all that stuff's going to be behind the 247 paywall. So Chris Van Sickle, we are excited to have him on board with Bronco Nation News. He's going to do a tremendous job. If you don't know who he is, you'll get to know him. We're going to have him on a show here at some point. But recruiting coverage from Chris, the analysis stuff from Nathan, columns from Mike Prater, and then I will still be traveling to all the games. We'll still have recaps, features, notebooks. I'll be diving all in, covering the current team. So we're going to have you covered current team, future team with recruiting, analysis, columns, all that good stuff. All of our, contributors and writers will be in the message boards as well, participating. So if you want to have interactions in the VIP message boards with Prater and with all of our team, that's going to happen. Now, we're going to be living in those message boards. And like I said, the message boards that are currently there are not going anywhere. A lot of people on that forum are saying, going to miss these boards. Like, they're not going anywhere. The only thing that's happening is Kevin and the folks that were in charge of it, they've moved on. So the boards, the topics, the threads, they're all staying exactly the same. You can jump in there and they get tremendous web traffic. And I cannot wait to start interacting in the boards with all you guys. And we want, we already hope BroncoNationNews.com is your first spot that you go. But now with the message boards and the up to the second stuff, BroncoNationNews.com starting next Wednesday certainly will be your place for Boise State coverage here. Current team, future team, football, basketball. We are excited to dive in all in and give you, the fans, coverage of Boise State athletics that you've never had before. So go sign up today. Again, you get a 75% off discount if you do it today. I'm not sure if they're going to extend that through the weekend or not, so I wouldn't wait. It's 75% off. You get your discounted rate. It's less than $30 for the whole year. And again, that's $30. I think it's $26.85 or something. Somebody is asking if there is a code. No, there is no coupon code. When you go to the upper right-hand corner and you try to sign up, I believe it automatically will give you the 75% off option. If it doesn't, let me know. If somebody's already signed up, put it in the chat if it was easy, if you got the deal, how much it cost. And we'd love to get that going today and get as many people signed up and moved over. And again, if you are interested in a partial refund for your Bronco Nation News current subscription, that is doable. And I will be able to do that for you. BSU Bill saying, I just signed up. It's super easy, folks. Yep, $26.85. There you go. So $26.85 gets you a full year over there. And again, right now it says Bronco Country. The name will change to Bronco Nation News. Cal Creamer also to $26. So I'm excited. I know there's some questions about the Paramount Plus. There's some the promotional opportunities, I believe, like the $1 a month. I don't know all the details on that, but I know you do get a Paramount Plus subscription included in this. I don't know if that starts on day one or what the deals are. Kaysen, I already answered this earlier, but if you already have the 247 account and you pay for it, you are good. Nothing needs to happen on the BNN end. But if you would like a refund for what's left on your BNN account, send me an email, rains@BroncoNationNews.com, and I will refund you the prorated version of what's left. I believe with the $26, the price difference in the next year that you're going to get, that's more than worth the value if you still have some money left on your old account. But if you would like a refund for what's left on your account, I'm happy to do it for you. Just send me an email, rains@BroncoNationNews.com. But again, if you have a current Bronco Nation News subscription, it is not valid over at 247 Sports. You have to re-sign up, resubscribe, and you can do that today, 75% off for $26.85. If you want to send me the refund, email me. It's rains@BroncoNationNews.com. Rains@BroncoNationNews.com. You can email me. My Gmail is also bjrains33@gmail. One of those will work, and I'm happy to talk you through this and get your refund. This is not some, like I said, trying to make extra money off you. Literally, there's just no technology that allows us to integrate the subscriptions from one site to the other. So you have to resubscribe, re-sign up, and we're happy to refund you if you'd like that. Just email me at rains@BroncoNationNews.com. Some other cool news to announce as part of this. If you sign up, we are going to continue some of the shows. I am super happy to announce that Winston Venable is back in the fold. Wednesdays with Winston is going to be back starting in August for fall camp. Wednesdays with Winston. Winston Venable is back on the Bronco Nation News payroll. That starts on Wednesdays. I'm looking forward to have Winston back. And I also can announce, and one of the new parts of this deal is this will be a subscriber-only show. You have to be a paying subscriber to get the link and be able to do this. But Ball Talk, Mike Sanford and Johnny Mallory, Sanford and Mallory Ball Talk is going to go to a new night on Wednesdays Wednesdays with Ball Talk, Sanford and Johnny, and that is now going to be a subscriber-only show. So your $26.85 is also going to get you exclusive access to watch Ball Talk each and every Wednesday during the football season. There's going to be some other subscriber-only shows mixed in. We're going to have some shows, post-game, pre-game shows, morning shows where only paid subscribers can comment on the shows. We need your support here, folks, and I appreciate you, and I'm hoping $26.85. You can pull the trigger today. We would love to have you jump on board. Let's show the folks over at 247 Sports that they made a big decision by signing up with us. A couple of questions on the business side of this. I'm not going to get too into this, but no, they do not own me. I would say that this would classify as a partnership. I still own the BNN brand, and I own Bronco Nation News, and that is not changing. So this is a partnership with 247 Sports for our work to appear on their site, on their platforms. The YouTube shows, the YouTube channel is completely separate from this. So our shows will continue. Our YouTube channel will continue, but it is not part of the 247 part directly. This deal really counts for the website and counts for the message boards. And again, if you haven't ever been over there too much, I mean, it's a big difference being a free member and a paid member over at 247 Sports. You get so much cool stuff over there with the message boards, the premium board. We're going to have a lot of information and stuff in there. I mentioned you're going to get to interact with Prater, and Chris is going to put a lot of his VIP recruiting stuff in there. Nathan, myself, and then, as I said, some of the shows are going to be exclusive for subscribers as well. And so not trying to price out anybody. We're going to have some free content on there, but not a ton, probably not as much as you were getting on Bronco Nation News. A lot of these shows will remain free. But if you're able to help us out in this partnership with 247 Sports, I can promise you, whether it's the Paramount Plus subscription, whether it's the recruiting coverage you're getting like 3 or 4 subscriptions bundled into one. In your first year, it's like, $2.50 a month or whatever it comes out to with this discount. So thanks again to Joel and Pat and the whole crew over at 247 Sports for believing in us. Thank you to all of you guys. It looks like we had another person sign up here, so appreciate you. That settles it. Can't miss Ball Talk. Yeah, Ball Talk's going to be subscriber only this year. So sign up today, and I appreciate all the kind words and everything coming in. I hope this lived up to the billing in terms of being a worthy announcement today. Surf City Bill has signed up. We appreciate you. BSU Bill saying it's a good ad. I go on their site daily for recruiting news. Great to see partnering. Great value. If you care about recruiting, it's a no-brainer. And like I said, we do have Chris V, who's going to really step up our recruiting coverage, talking to these recruits. He's already got a couple articles I got him working on for the first couple days next week. And you're going to get Mike Prater's columns, a lot of other things as well. And yeah, we're going to have some exclusive shows and things like that. So excited for you guys, the fans, because I really do think you're going to get better coverage out of this. And again, I thank Kevin and his crew for all that they did. That was the one kind of part that stunk about all this, was us taking over, as I said, was what it meant for the guys that are currently there running the Bronco Country site. So they've got a new message board. They've got a new site. Go check them out as well. And they put in a lot of effort and time into building this site. So I have nothing but positive things to say about them. But just to kind of recap, nothing is changing on that site right now. If you go to broncocountry.com, it will look exactly the same when we take over. It will just have the Bronco Nation News logo. And starting on Wednesday, it'll be bronconationnews.com that will take you to that same site. All the boards, all the content, everything stays, except our content starts taking over on Wednesday of next week. July 2nd will be our launch date. So you will not be charged on Bronco Nation News anymore. We're going to, all future charges are going to be canceled. You will not get charged for Bronco Nation News. It's only going to be the new charge you'll have to make with 247 Sports. And Deb's asking, yes, you have to go to 247 Sports to log in and to subscribe. But right now, you need to go to Bronco Country. You have to make sure you sign up for the right site. If you don't sign up for the Boise State site, it's not going to work for you. So you need to go to broncocountry.com. That's where you take advantage of the 75% off deal. And then it'll flip over and it'll automatically continue as Bronco Nation News for your subscription starting on Wednesday. But do it today. Get that discount. Again, 75% off today on our announcement. If you go to 247 Sports, and again, it's just the actual website, if you want to go there, is 247sports.com/college/Boise State. And that can be what you bookmark moving forward, because that will not change. But again, the Bronco Country will redirect you somewhere else starting on Wednesday. And starting on Wednesday, you'll be able to have bronconationnews.com also redirect you to that site. So AP says, I'm going to miss Ball Talk. AP, sorry, man, if you're unable to If you're unable to subscribe, we appreciate you for the comments. You can still watch these free shows, but $26.85, I believe, is more than fair for a full year of coverage and recruiting coverage, and also to be able to get exclusive shows like Ball Talk. So hopefully folks will decide. Ben says, congrats, living in Florida without you being possible for the amount of coverage. Appreciate you. Thank you for saying that. Let's see. So basically we get the same 247 products and Bronco Nation products we are accustomed to. Sounds like a good deal. Yes, you get both. You get them for one subscription instead of two. You also get the Paramount Plus subscription thrown in. And like I said, I think that selfishly, we're going to increase the 247 sports side of this product with traveling to the games, traveling to the road games, all the different things you're going to get that you are not currently getting from Bronco Country. We're going to add to that. So super excited. I can also announce that Kent Riddle is coming down to Mountain West Media Days. We're going to have live shows down at Mountain West Media Days in 2 weeks, and Kent Riddle is going to be with us to interview some of these coaches and be a part of that. Nathan Carroll is also going down to Mountain West Media Days, and so we're going to have 3 deep for the BNN crew. Jaden Finch is actually going to Media Days to help us out as well, so that gives 4 BNN folks heading down to Media Days. We're going to continue to up the ante on these live shows and the broadcasts. But again, you're going to want to subscribe today, get that 75% off. I have got some other duties that I have to get to today for some training. I'm also still doing the Lindy's Magazine stuff this summer. I've actually got a chat with Kelvin Sampson, the Houston coach for Lindy's, here in a couple of minutes. So I'm going to jump off of here, but please go subscribe. Again, big news, super excited. Bronco Nation News teaming up with the 247 Sports family. Could not be more excited. This takes effect next Wednesday. And again, sign up today, get the 75% off. Jump in now for a full year for just $26.85. And I thank all of our sponsors. I thank all of our advertisers. Riley and Rid is still a show. Yes, that'll still be at the James, and we still have some excited. But Riley and Reid is still a thing, and I have some exciting announcements to come on that and some of the guests they're going to have moving forward, but I'm not ready to do that quite yet. But yes, Riley and Reid will be a show on Tuesdays. We'll have Ball Talk on Wednesdays, and barely $2 a month, so sign up today if you can. But again, thank you guys. Robbie, thank you for subscribing. Check out those message boards. Dive in now with all the discussion and the thoughts, because they're not going anywhere. Like I said, a couple people in charge are heading out, but those boards are there to stay. So take advantage of your subscription. Start chatting in those message boards. Start meeting some of the new folks in there and getting the discussion going. And we'll see you over there on the boards, and we'll see you for sure full-time over on the site starting on Wednesday. So have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks for the support. Please go sign up if you can. If you have any more questions about how this works, please email me at rains@bronconationnews.com, and I'm happy to give you that refund as well for your Bronco Nation News subscription if you are so inclined to request that. So rains@bronconationnews.com. And again, big day, excited, can't wait to get excited. And you guys are the real winners here because of the additional coverage you're going to get. And so thankful for my wife, Karen, my boys, everybody involved in this decision. Super excited. And again, the 247 crew, Joel and Pat, and excited to get this thing rolling next Wednesday. 247 Sports, Bronco Nation News is going to be a lot of fun. Go sign up today at broncocountry.com, and have a great weekend. We'll talk to you Monday morning. Bronco Nation News Live, BroncoNationNews.com, soon to be part of the 247sports.com family. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Bronco Nation News is presented by our title sponsor, RovePaint.com. Our major sponsors, Idaho Central Credit Union, Taco Bell, Lithia Ford, the Blue and Orange Store, Jackson's, and our contributing sponsors, Signature Roofing, Western Collective, Snake River Pool and Spa, Transportation Compliance Service, Boucher Real Estate, Ridley's Family Markets, Circa Las Vegas, Lean Feast, and Timberstone Golf Course.